Today we are back with another save file. Before we've done Newcrest and we've done Oasis Springs, I didn't want to do Willow Creek straight away. I wanted to break from the base game, so I've renovated the whole of Oasis Springs. This is exactly the same as the save files that I've previously done, where I've left the builds like 70% complete, but I want you to contribute to it, so it feels like your save file when you download it. And as per the original ones, you can either download all of the Sims and all of the lots off the gallery, or you could download the save file itself, although I personally recommend getting it off the gallery this time, simply because if you've already downloaded my original base game save file, you can just import all of the houses in one at a time. I filled it with tons of households, which I'll go into first. They're mostly adults to elders, mostly adults and young adults. I've thrown in like a child, 2 children and 2 or 3 teens, but I really wanted to make this like an older save file, just because if you're in the Get Famous world, you're probably playing with adults and up, because it's all about getting famous. If you haven't seen my original videos, for every single lot, I've added a challenge in the info panel on the bottom left. For example, Orchid Go here. This is an easy one, up and coming celebrity nightclub, complete the interior and exterior. So we'll go into there first. I set this one to nighttime. So this is the basic shell that I've given you guys to work with. Because this is obviously the celebrity world, I wanted to make 3 lots. I wanted to make an upcoming hotspot, which has got that trait on it, up and coming hotspot. So it's like the Z list of celebrities. Then I wanted to do the 5-star celebrity, like exclusive venue. But then I also wanted to do a 3rd venue, which required no star level entry requirements. So you can like work your way through the venues in the game. So this one has been completed very basically on the outside. I've just given you a shell and I've done all of the stuff. Like I've added some aesthetic blue lighting around. You'd obviously want to fill the fountain in with decorations, and oops, I haven't finished this fence, my bad. Put decorations on there. I deliberately did not add any windows because it's a club. And then looking on in the inside of the build, obviously this one is an easy challenge, so I've tried to make it very easy for you. I haven't added much lighting in, so you'll probably need to add some of your own. But as you can see, I've done like some decorations on the walls with like panels just to make it more interesting. I've added this, which you could turn into like a sitting area, or you could add a DJ booth. And then I've done this area. You can make this a dance floor if you get together, or you could put the bar there. It's up to you. And then I've done the bathrooms in the back. So this is a very small lot with a very simple little nightclub for you guys to enjoy. Next up, we're going to pectoral fitness, which is an easy challenge again. So this one I've set as a bar lot, and this has got no celebrity requirements, so anybody could go in there. But I personally recommend maybe turning it into a restaurant if you own Dine Now, or if you don't want the trauma of a restaurant, just don't. I added a little park on the back because I've removed all of the parks from, well, there weren't any parks in this save file originally. Oh no, there was one. There was one park originally in the Get Famous world, but I got rid of it. So you could maybe have just like a small little park area behind here, and I've sectioned it all off for you to do. I've added areas where you could put like trees and flowers, another fountain. I've loved the fountains lately. So you've got a load of them. You've got platforms here where you could put statues on them maybe. And then in terms of the actual build itself, you've obviously got the outside. You could put like some flowers, you know, on this like grid thing here for you to put these. I'm struggling a little bit right now, you know, like this, and you could like size these up and like put them on top or something. And then in terms of the inside, we've got the entrance, and then we've got the main area here, and I've added an upstairs with a bathroom, so you can fill that however you like. I try to keep these venues small because I think in reality you don't want too many Sims in there. You don't want too much going on, because we know what Sims for Townie AI is like. Next we go into Plumbog Pictures Museum. I did think, do I want to get rid of this museum? But then I thought, actually, there's a lot of museum objects that come with Get Famous, you know, that you could use. So I've tried to just kind of do it up like a modern-ish museum here. This one is a medium level build for you to do. So the outside, as you can see, is mostly done in terms of the structure, but maybe there's a little bit more that you can do. And then going on to the inside, so I've added a main entrance here. We've got a couple of bathrooms. And then for the interior, I want you to do all of this yourself. That's why it's a medium challenge, but I gave you objects as an examples of what to use, because Get Famous came with all these objects, which would be great. And I recommend turning it into like a movie memorabilia kind of museum. I just think that would work very well. And you could keep it very small. I've made it very small here. You could literally just add like different walls sectioning off like different kinds of exhibits in the middle. So you could do it like this. Maybe you could add a platform in the middle and you could add like the different objects onto the platforms and then section them off with a rope. Something like that would be completely fine. Like that's why I try to keep this lot quite small, but I thought it'd be a fun way to enjoy doing museums again. Next up is Studio PBP. I can't say that. This is hard. This is a VIP celebrity lounge. The Shannon layout guide has been completed. So I made this lounge lot like the 5-star celebrity lot, and I tried to turn it into like one of those award ceremony kind of venues, which as you can see, like I've basically done the shell for you, but there's still a lot you can do. You've got to change the roof, you've got to add color to the walls, the platforms, decorate the outside a bit. I have done a lot in terms of decoration just to get you most of the way there, but you've still got a lot of work to do, but I've done most of it for you. So we've got like the grand entrance, and I've made it one of those exclusive doors so only certain people can get in. And then the upstairs I decided to leave completely empty because I just don't feel like you need to use the space. On the inside, I've given you a ton of objects as guides on how you could lay the place out. Obviously you can completely change it, but this is just a guide. So you might have a microphone and a piano up here, and this is like a stage. Let me just move these speakers because they're floating. Pretend that didn't happen. And then we've got some chairs here, so you could do like a fake award ceremony. I don't know. I tried to like combine the pillar with this to turn it into like a fancy pillar. And then here we've got a seating area here with chairs because the game requires you to have like chairs. Like this is a lot requirement, which is stupid and annoying, but whatever. And then we've got here, which is like a bar, although you could completely change both of these sides. I did add a bathroom back here too, so it's up to you how you go about it, but I just thought this was the most sensible layout, and I tried to keep it small inside so there wasn't too much going on, because you guys know what celebrities are like, let alone standard townie AI. Next up is Ward Park, and this one is hard. It says an apartment building with 5 units and a shared space, furnish every unit. If you're a PC player, replace the ladders with elevators using Little Miss Sam's elevator mod. If you own for rent, convert it into a residential rental. Create townies for each unit and keep one within a start budget. So you got your start home. You guys who don't use mods, you need to join the dark side and realize like they are better if you're a PC and Mac player, and like the elevator mod changes everything. Otherwise you've got like a step ladder going between the different rooms. If you want to see it from the outside, so this was originally on the park, Ward Park, but I turned it into an apartment block so you could have like loads of starter lots all in one. So it's just a very, very basic apartment building, and I've done the layout and I've given you an idea of walls and flooring. So down here we've got this utility room, so if you do own for rent, you could put the water heater here, or like laundry day washing machines or whatever, just like a shared space they can all use. And then because I've added townies for like basically every household, this one has a pre-made house with a pre-made sim living in it, and I guess it just gives you guys a guide on how you might want to decorate an apartment in the game. So I thought it would be good to put this in there. In terms of the other ones, so firstly we've got a 1-bedroom apartment here, which you can make your starter if you want. We've then got another 1-bedroom apartment here. Could do another starter, and then upstairs is a bit more deluxe. This one has got 2 bedrooms in it, and we've got a big open hallway here. So this is like the more deluxe one, you might say. And then in between them we've got one apartment which has got stairs going between it, so you'd have the bedroom and maybe bathroom up here. Then down here you have kitchen and lounge, so that's quite an interesting one to make, and they each have their own balcony. Next up we're going to the Mirage Park neighborhood, and this one is for, I guess, again, kind of just like Z-lister celebrities, because obviously the top right area is for the like the high celebrities, but I wanted to make an area for the non-celebrities and like the Z-listers. So we're going to the top left one, and this for Vivacious Green. This is medium, 3 small homes on the same lot. One has been completed. Finish the other 2 homes, and if you own for rent, a residential rental. So because this is such a wide lot, I just thought it was only fitting that we attempt to do 3 homes in one. These homes are like 2-3 bedroom homes. Obviously, I've done one, as you can see here. You could probably still add some things to it, to be fair, especially on the outside, but it's like an example of maybe how it should be done. So, oh no, guys, look at this. Look at how the wall is like weird. Oh no, this is like a proper EA build, me being sloppy. So I've done this one quite messy, you might say, from the inside. I had quite a lot of fun doing this. And the upstairs as well, like it's kind of messy and cluttered, you might say. It's also a little bit quirky, a bit old-fashioned. And then from the outside, I've just done like a very basic exterior here. Around the back of the house, in order to make the lot smaller, I added these. So you definitely want to add like plants or trees in these. And then obviously the other 2 lots, the actual layouts have been done for you, but you've got to complete the builds. Also, maybe I should start showing you guys the Townies for these that I made. This is Gillian Mackenzie and her daughter Christina Mackenzie. So I kind of wanted to make her, like the older lady, look like she was a B-list celebrity. Maybe she's like a famous author or something. She's a bit of a bad. All the Sims in my save files are like baddies. They've all got quite attractive looks about them. So you might want to do a story with them in some way. Next up is this household. This is called the Wolf household. So we have Thomas Wolf. He is a DILF. And then we've got Connor Wolf, his son. And we have got Maren Wolf, his daughter here. For this one, I again have given you a house in a very similar aesthetic to these because I wanted to keep them in a similar design. Although if it was me, I put the Get Famous windows because we're playing with Get Famous, but I probably changed them for a different pack. This one, again, I've done the entire inside. I've done upstairs, I've done downstairs, and I've even done like a little basement. I don't know if you have these in other countries, but in England, like every single house with a basement needs to have a special fire exit. It's like the law. Like we can't just have basements that you can only get up to through the stairs. You specifically need to have a special fire exit. So I've actually added one here. And I tried to make it realistic with like the drain vent thingies. I don't know if you have those in other countries, but I thought it was like a bit of added realism there. So that's a fun one for you to enjoy. And then we've got the Stonehouse here. This one is a very easy challenge. So this is our Sim Daryl Stone. And as this is very, because you have to put a very easy one in for the proper beginners. So this lot is really, really weird because like this is technically the front of the lot, but it doesn't touch the entrance. It's so weird. So I've done an illusion as if like the main entrance is from the back because that's actually touching the pavement. It's a little bit weird anyway. So I've completed the whole build. I've done the whole outside. You've just got to decorate it. Inside, I've added a floor plan and I've also added furniture. And the reason why is the furniture is basically like a blueprint. So you'd want to replace all of the furniture in here and add your own. I've simply added it as a guide to show you guys where I personally would place the furniture. And then you could obviously add your own. You can customize it in any way. But I wanted to make one that was like super, super easy for those of you who really don't have a clue like where to put objects. So that's there for you. And obviously we've got a pool that you can do. Next up is a top neighborhood. Now this is full of mansions. Bailey Moon Manor, very hard mansion shell with interior floor plan, complete the build. So this is the household. I actually wanted to kind of make them look like celebrities. Like he definitely looks like a celebrity and she looks like a celebrity too. She looks like she's had Botox. All my Sims in this neighborhood look like they've had Botox and they've got 2 kids, although one of the kids is missing. I don't know where they are. So this is like very hard as per the name of the why aren't they home? What's going on? They're outside their house, but they're not at home. What? So this is a very, very big house and I've literally given you the bare empty shell. To be fair, guys, I've basically built it all for you. You've just got to add doors, windows, furniture and color it in. I've tried to make it so it's like open, like you're looking out at the view from your pool, like an infinity pool, but not really because there's this gap, but it's kind of an infinity pool. Maybe you could actually genuinely put like rocks here or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I had a lot of fun building the shell for this one. And then in terms of the interior, I've done the full layout and I've actually tried to keep it quite small because I know it's obviously big, but I feel like smaller is better in Sims 4 builds. So even though this is a big lot, the house is actually smaller than what it looks like. Like it's quite obvious. You might have like a living room here and then you might have a dining room here and a kitchen here. And then going upstairs, like you can have a bathroom, a kid's bedroom, another bathroom, or maybe these are 2 kids' bedrooms. This is a bathroom. This is another bedroom. This is an office. this. Going upstairs, you can have another bedroom with an ensuite, so it's quite obvious. I think this one would be quite fun to do, even though it's very hard. I think it will be quite easy to complete the build. It's like an easier, very hard one, if you get me. Next up is Chateau Peak. This is very hard. Now, I've added the flop house here. And you are going to see why I've called them the flop house. So my inspiration for this was like, you know, when the pandemic was a thing and there were those like TikTok houses, like those cringy houses full of like 18-year-olds all with Botox and doing like funny dances for attention on TikTok. Like, do you know what I mean? Like those TikTok houses. So I kind of wanted to do something inspired by those. Obviously I had to make them young adults. So I've tried to make all these teens quite hot. I wanted to make them all look a little bit different from each other, but they're all very, very sexy, and I wanted to just like make like a TikTok house. So that way, how many Sims have we got here? 6. You've basically got 6 celebrities in the world. I would probably make all of these ones like 4 and 5 stars because they're like social media famous, and I would probably add like the YouTuber station in every single one of their rooms in the lot. So this is the lot anyway. This is the biggest lot in the entire world. There's a lot that you're gonna have to do here, but again, I tried to make it feel smaller. So like we've done a huge open area here where you can place different things. I added these green sections which are not grass. This is actually a platform with fake grass, so you have to use move objects on, and then you could add some plants in there or something, and I've done that all the way around. This is it from the back side too, so it's a very, very open, very, very modern one. In terms of the interior, we've got a lot of room, so you're going to have to think hard about this one. So obviously you've got the main entry hallway, and then here you could have like an office or a games room or a lounge, and then we've got another hallway which you could put like books in, like a mini library, a bathroom space. This could be a main living room, and then you could have this as like a home gym or something. I've actually filled in, by the way, some of the columns with like platforms going literally all the way up, so the room is unusable, just to make it a lot easier for you, so you don't have to fill out every space. On the other side, we have this, which you could turn into like a main living room, I guess. Another bathroom, another office. You'd have a kitchen here, then a big open dining room. There's a lot of different things you can do, but the shape is quite awkward, I think, and it would be really tough for you to fill this one out. That's why I made this one very hard. In fact, I'm probably going to change it to extremely hard in the description because it's just so big, but I've made enough room for all of their bedrooms and things, so you can do like a TikTok. I don't know what the houses are called, you know what I mean? Next, I've made this house for you. This is a family, and they're in the Ward den, so we've got rid of Judith Ward. I don't want her in my game. I bloody hate Judith Ward. I even removed her from the household bin, so she shouldn't turn up. I absolutely hate her guts. So I'll introduce you to the characters. This is Anna Lawson, and as you can see, she's got a plastic surgery face. Can you stop bloody moving? I would like to show them your botched nose job. Yes, I would. There we go. She looks very angry. I think it's kind of obvious who this character was inspired by. He's the dad, and then we have a chavvy teen called Jace, and then we have the daughter. This is Samantha. Can I just say, why does Sims look so much uglier like outside of Cass? In Cass they look amazing, then you take them out of Cass and they just look fucking weird. This one is an easy challenge. I really wanted to do a mansion lot that felt easy and not overwhelming so anyone can do it. So the outside has basically been totally completed. You don't have to do anything out here other than put like a barbecue in this thing here. In terms of the main build as well, it's fully done. I added some cute little lights on the outside, and I actually wanted it to feel like a Mook mansion. You know, like Judith Ward's original mansion was like so bad. I kind of wanted to pay homage to Judith Ward's original mansion, so the actual style and design is very similar to her original one, but I tried to modernize it a bit in terms of its appearance, and on the inside it looks very cursed. Again, I wanted to pay homage to Judith Ward, so I've done the main hallway for you. You can change it if you want to because it's quite beige, but I wanted to try and make it look kind of fancy. I did the upstairs hallway completely too. I also added the curse like vault doors, so you could have like a vault into like like a special office. I've also added placeholder furniture again, so you know what you're doing and you know where to place things. Like this room, I've added all the placeholder furniture so you know where things should go. I've given you a stylistic aesthetic that you may want to do. It's entirely optional, of course. Like you can just remove the wallpaper, but see, when Get Famous comes like this really obnoxious wallpaper, I really wanted to just make a funny build that incorporates it. And I did like a platform here. The reason why, okay, is because the roof was like clipping through here, and there was literally like, you know, when there's just like nothing that you can do, you can see the roof here. So I actually had to section it off and just hide it with a platform. And then I've given you a space for a home gym, a main bathroom. So there's no en-suites in any of these actually. And then we've got 2 bedrooms here for the teens. So the entire build's basically done. I've given you a very basic living room layout just to give you an idea. I don't know what I've added here. Oh, I've added a bar, so you could turn this into a bar, like, I don't know, entertainment space. And then the other side, we have a makeshift dining room and a kitchen where I've given you a very basic layout, but you can change it all. I've just given you all of this like basic furniture as a blueprint. So I just really wanted to make a mansion that was just easy for those of you who really don't have experience with bigger builds, but you wanted to get into it. So I hope you appreciate this one. There is obviously the acting career lot, and it's kind of difficult to edit that one because it's got like gameplay in mind. You can't really like go near it and edit it, otherwise it could mess things up. So I decided not to for that. In terms of the households, now originally I thought to myself, should I cheat them in, like make them all celebrities at the correct level, give them correct career? But then I thought, no, I just feel like it's more fun if you go into the households yourself and you actually work through them. So in terms of this Lawson house up here, you might want to make the man a famous musician, seeing that he's inspired by Ozzy Osbourne. You might want to make his wife, who does she look like? I don't know. She could be an actress, so you might want to make her like a 5-star actress. I just feel like it should be your job to fill out the lives of the households. Like none of them have even relationships with each other. None of them have skills. I just feel like you guys should play with each household at a time. It would just make it so much more fun because that way, again, it feels like it's your save file, like you've contributed to all of them. Now, to explain how to download all of these here, firstly, we're going to this household. Now, the original lot name, the default lot name is Upland Place. On the gallery, search by hashtag and type in the lot name. So Upland Place followed by Satch. And then when you search it, if the gallery wants to work, there we go. You'll have 2 things show up. You'll have the lot itself along with the challenge in the description. And then you will have the household that I've made for it. So obviously it's up to you. I personally do recommend downloading the household just to make it easier for you guys. So you just type in the lot name followed by Satch and then you can download it. In fact, for this one, because it involves stuff from another world and it's not base game, if you guys want to add this to my save file, I'm not going to upload this on Sims File Share as a save because I just feel like it would be better for you guys just to download the lots, because as you know, I've already done my save file for Oasis Springs, which is the same thing, and the same for Newcrest as well. So maybe it would be easier for you guys just to download it off the gallery if you've already got my original save file. Again, so the apartment building is made on the Ward Park lot. So on the gallery, type in Ward Park Satch as a hashtag, you search, and then when it wants to finally load, you will see that we've got the apartment and you've got the household that I've made for the apartment. And then of course you've got to make some households yourself, so you can add Villa Cass in there too. In terms of this slot, the Bailey Moon Manor, you can see in the top left there's a hyphen between Bailey and Moon. When you're searching for this one on the hashtag Bailey Moon Manor Satch, do not add the hyphen, because I think obviously like special characters, they don't really work in hashtags, so you've got to do it without it. So that's just something to look out for. You guys let me know what you'd want to see next. Do you want me to just do Willow Creek, a base game world, or would would you like me to renovate another world in the game? Because I hopefully plan on doing this series so I complete literally every single world and then turn it into like one giant save file. That would just be amazing. I will be keeping every single lot like pack isolated to each world. So this world you will only find base game and get famous. So if you want to see me do it for any other worlds, you guys tell me which world you want to see, or if you genuinely don't care, just say, Satch, stop wasting your time. I can take it either way. Anyway, thank you so much for watching today's video. I will see you in the next one.